All right, good morning out there. Fatboy FadeAway with you. Well, you might not be watching it in the morning. You might be watching, like, right, Jay, watched it the other night. Whatever. You might be watching the show later in the evening. Who knows what's going on? But we're here with you. Episode 232. Tyler McGurk, Casey Breyer here with me. Brian Johnson getting a little bit more beauty sleep. So we'll get him back on next week for our 1998 All-Star Game special show we'll do next week with it, looking back at that game. But in the meantime, we just had 4th of July. Everybody has their fingers, I think. So we've all survived. Maybe a missing a toe, but we're still in good spirit. Tyler, how we doing? How's the week?
The July 4th hangover is worn off. I'm ready to go. Excited for this Sunday morning.
Now, what do you just a sip all day? What were we doing? Like hanging out with the family, or what?
Just laying around by the pool, hanging out with the in-laws.
All right, nice. They're nice. Yeah. Do you guys do any fireworks shows in Roanoke Park? Do you guys?
I avoided all the fireworks shows.
So you're not a fan?
Fireworks aren't for me. I think they're one of the most boring, overrated things in all the world. Like, cool. Like when people videotape fireworks, I'm like, nobody is gonna watch your video of fireworks.
God bless America. Unless it goes bad, right?
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're like shooting them out of your butt or something. Oh, there's something cool. I don't know.
What was the one I saw in we didn't in Cloverdale. We didn't get to have them, obviously. So that YOLO fire where the whole warehouse blew up. I think 7 guys passed away in it. So that was the whole reason that Cloverdale and a few other places didn't have fireworks, but obviously not a good situation down there. But Casey, you didn't do any fireworks, right? The leg, 2 hampers.
Hell no! It took me like 4 hours to get to wherever it's going. No.
Just find a soft spot right there.
I mean, after you eat like hella ribs and chicken and steak and pesto pasta, garlic bread is like in the night with s'mores. It's not like there's not a whole lot of motivation.
And I see you grab a cookie too. No, just kidding.
Couple cookies.
Nobody count my calories.
I know. I went swimming yesterday for the first time. I scared myself.
Does the bathing suit still fit?
That's the barely fit, but Whitey Ford was out. That's for sure.
The ghost, Casper to the post.
Ghost to the post was out. Yeah, I was. Let's put it that way. That we need to work on the beach tan and the beach bod. I got 2 things I got. The problem is it's already middle of July, so I don't like my chances. I don't like my chances.
And you get a year older in August, so that doesn't help.
That's true. I'm with a zip code of Wolf House, so that doesn't help either. So that doesn't.
A lot of teddies.
I need to just give a
your address 1624.
Yeah, exactly.
Announcers are 24, whatever.
Announcers are 24. Yeah, so just doing that. I've enjoyed. For me, it's always. I just love. I just want to talk some baseball to start. So what I mean by that is we take it in a direction. But I just like the fact, like this time of year, like it is, football's in my mind still in the distance. Then you have basketball that's ended. The free agency wasn't that great this year in terms of names around this time of year. So I felt like baseball had a weekend to kind of do whatever. And they have the free MLB thing where everybody gets the free games on TV this week. If you have the app or whatever, you can get that. It's pretty easy. But so they have that going on. But I still always think baseball does a really bad job of taking advantage of July 4th. I feel like they should have a game on kind of how basketball does or football now, and just like basically 5 in a day, starting at 8 o'clock. You just put them on either your whatever your channels are that you have on, like ESPN would be one, or TBS. I don't care who it is, Roku, Apple TV. No. You made the list. Everybody made the list.
You're all invited.
You're all invited, but they don't celebrate the game as well as they should in that area with me. I still wish they would do a little bit more, but pure baseball for me right now. I'm enjoying it, T.
Isn't that just what baseball does? They always know how to mess something up. Like they're good at getting in their own way. Like, yeah, you mentioned the NFL on Christmas or Thanksgiving and NBA on Christmas, and the NFL soon to be on Christmas is about to take over that too, probably, unfortunately. Yep. But yeah, baseball should definitely be having these weekends that they just go all out, everything. They make it a big event. They should do it for Memorial Day also. I don't know why they're not doing it for both those holidays.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not always the smartest, the sharpest tool in the shed, as they would say. there's somebody was asking me the other day, like, I think it was Angelo yesterday. He goes, so what if you're not all in on the A's, kind of like you were before in terms of just every pitch mattered, stuff like that. Why do you watch the games? And I was like, I guess it's for me now. It's just the players. Like I still enjoy watching the guys. Like last night, I really enjoyed watching the whole Astros Dodgers game. Like just I don't know. I just still enjoy the how the pitcher has to work the count, certain pitches they're throwing. So I don't know. I guess I'm just a little bit of a nerd for it over time, but it still is the players that drive it for me. Like the Dodgers obviously have elite players, so that's part of the reason. So I mean, not everybody's the Reds out here, so that's probably 7 players he knows now. 7, right?
Yeah,
up to 7. Nice.
You got John McClain leading off, Cedric Benson in the outfield.
The running back from Texas.
Casey heard the assignment. He got the assignment.
I know the last names. The first names are still in progress. So
it's like whenever I asked Derek,
Will.
2 players on the Rockies. What did you say yesterday? He's all Ruiz. I was like, no, I just he's like
That's Spanish last name. Let's go for it.
Muhammad. No, not
Lucian.
The 8. I did enjoy the Mets and Yankees game too. On what was that, Friday? We were watching that. I enjoyed that game. That was a good one as well. All-Star game came out on 7th inning. I still can't believe Royal Nation allowed Jack Wilson to get the spot over Jacob Wilson. Jacob Wilson to get the spot over Bobby Witt Jr. I just can't believe it. I know he's having a good year.
Having a better year.
I mean, still, it's Bobby Witt Jr. I need not put him as your starting shortstop. It doesn't make any sense.
I think Jacob Wilson's like 50 points ahead on average, isn't he?
In average, yes. I agree.
Everything else is pretty, I think.
I don't know. I just guess for like baseball when it's not.
Yeah, really Bobby Witt's like a superstar. You want him to be front and center, I would imagine.
Yeah, but
I understand that the numbers are the numbers and they're pretty similar, but I don't know. You just have to make sure your superstars are playing the most innings in these big events, that you're showcasing your talent.
If you don't deserve to be on the field, you don't deserve to be on the field.
Jacob should be in there.
9 innings.
Ellie didn't get it. Your shortstop. I thought he was going to be the starter, but they put Lindor. He's the starting shortstop.
He's having a good year. He was on fire yesterday.
He is, but I think De La Cruz from the Reds should be in over. Wilson's batting .333 at the minute.
Dropping fast.
Yeah, so it's going down a little bit. Bobby Witt's batting .293. Not having a bad year. He has 11 home runs, 48 RBIs. That's more than Wilson. He's got more.
Wilson has 9 home runs.
What about stolen bases?
Witt's got 19 more. So I mean, that's where I'm.
Let's look up the defensive stats too.
Well, that goes to Wilson probably for sure. No, I'm just kidding. So you got. Anyways, that's just kind of. You got the All-Star game coming up. Like I said, next week I want to do the 98. We did that a couple of years ago. Me and Brian, that was so good. It was one of my favorite ones. We looked back at the 2001 All-Star game. So we'll do 1998, which is a good game. So
I had a question for you.
It's a good home run derby too.
Yeah, we should do that.
I had a question for you guys because you guys are baseball. I've been getting into it a lot more this year. I don't know why. I think maybe just I don't know. I've had more time.
You don't have to root for the A's because of John Fisher. So it kind of makes it better. At least you don't have to deal with John Fisher.
I know that is the one thing. So it's just I don't know. It's a different year to watch. So I guess I'm just appreciating like what Darren said. I'm watching all the players. But anyways, to get to my question. So like when it regards to like the All-Star game, do you guys so they've done so many rule changes over the years. Do you like it how it's like no more predicated on who wins gets home field advantage?
This time it counts.
I mean, as long as the game doesn't end in a tie, I'm fine. That's the only thing I don't want.
So would you like if your team though was first? So wouldn't you be pissed though just because it's on an All-Star game, or do you guys like that?
I don't like that. I never liked that the All-Star game meant the home field advantage. I think that was like Logan, the guy I do 7th inning. We talked about this week. He actually likes it that this time it counted, and I'm not a fan.
That's a great tagline. This time.
This time it counts. I'm just not a fan of it.
What
I
about
don't
all
know.
the other times it didn't matter?
They should do that for the NBA.
Ray Fosse lost his career, got started.
I don't know. I just like the All-Star game ultimately has lost all of its lust in terms of any
I
drama
agree.
because of they play each other so much now.
Well, and I think going like into the 80s and 70s, those guys, like when you were all-star starters, you pretty much played the whole game. I mean, you might get a pinch runner. They played it like a real baseball game.
Well, yeah. What was it? The 1994 one. Pudge plays all 10 innings behind the plate. So I mean, I think you're right. They're not going to get Tony Gwynn. I think. Remember, I told you I think it was. I forget what it was when I did the rewatch for that one. My favorite fact from watching the '94 All-Star game is like you're listening to the announcers and they go, "Yeah, Tony Gwynn. The Padres moved him over on Friday to center field because he knew he was going to have to play center field in the All-Star game." I was like, "What?" That's like the actual team in moving somebody out of position, knowing they would be playing that in the All-Star game. So that's what matters. I mean, just that kind of mindset is crazy to think about. Like Bob Melvin, like we're gonna move Chappie to short because he's gonna be the starting shortstop next.
I was like
it would never happen, right? It would never.
Rafael Devers won't even do it in the regular season.
I swing bat.
I swing that. No, I don't know. I just think it's kind of funny. And
then the other one, so the home run derby format. Do you like it the old school like Barry Bonds, McGuire, where it's just 10 outs?
No, there's too many taking of pitches when they were doing it. I was like, my God, swing the freaking bat. Every time they'd hit a home run, it was like, all right, I'm going to take 2 to get ready for the third one. I like how it is now with it's just more swings, which is more action, which is more fun.
Rock and fire,
yeah.
Derek?
If you need a little break, take a pitch every once in a while, but it was just too many.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it. I mean, it's not that it had to change because, like Tyler said, you just had like ball one. I mean, there was some situations where
strikes right down the middle that you're just conserving energy.
Let me take an 8-minute break on taking pitches. So, I don't like the whole like extra points for that type of stuff, but anyways, that's the only thing I kind of push back on. But I do look at the rosters too, the All-Star game. And I'm like, the National League is stacked in names compared to the American League. Like Ryan O'Hearn's at DH. You get like Riley Green, who's a good player. Baez
really good.
Baez made the All-Star game. Torres is in there. So I don't know. It's kind of an interesting mix of guys.
It's kind of a role players group that just played out of their mind for a half a season.
But yeah, exactly. So. I was going to see if I could find this time it counts thing on there real quick with it.
It's almost as good as It's a Great Timeout.
That might be even better than that one. that might be even better. I think here it is. Let me see if I can get it on.
Chuck Norris was playing that day.
Chuck was. That's the Rangers. Let's see. Here's John on the mound. Let's see if I can get it.
The stakes are raised. The intensity is back. The 2003 All-Star Game only on Fox. This time, it counts.
Yep, there you go. This time it counts.
The intensity. God, just brings up all the childhood.
This time it counts.
There's a player that fell off. Nomar
was definitely Nomar. I was watching that Red Sox thing the other day when the trade thing with A-Rod. It's crazy to think he was right on that list of all time.
He was just as good.
Right? He was right there. He was looked upon as that.
Should have never went to the Cubs.
To the Tubbies?
Well, he didn't want to go. They just traded him.
Yeah.
Who'd they get the Cubs again? That one? That was that the A-Rod trade right in the 3-way?
No, I don't think so.
I'll have to look it up on who they got on that. I just got some of the top plays of the decade, and look at Donaldson full out there, the Blue Jays right there.
Donaldson, Chavi.
Oh, nice.
No, it's Dom.
Well, they were saying Chavez might be the best player to never make an All-Star game. I saw because he's on the list. He made the list. He's on the. He made the
Jericho over his podcast.
I saw the scene with AJ Styles this week, so it got me. I don't know. I thought he would be right up there. Like I said, like he always had good second halves. That's what always killed him. He just never could hit in the first half. But 6-time Gold Glove, no All-Stars, and have close to 300 home runs. That's not usually we make the All-Star team one time. So, so you got home run derby, and we got who we got? But Cal Raleigh, I did want to 35 home runs. My God, I was like, he's on pace to break Aaron Judge's record as Mr. Maris grandson would say.
And he's got a chance to beat Barry Bonds' All-Star record, 39, 35. Like
I think Barry at 38.
Yeah, I think 30. Yeah, he has. I think he could hit. All he has to do is hit 4 in basically a week. That's not.
I mean, that doesn't seem impossible at the ratings going.
No, it doesn't. I definitely don't think that's impossible though.
What's the over/under on what he finishes with? Would you go over 50?
I'm going to say he ends up with 50. I think I would say over.
Over 52.
I think he ends up with 55.
I say 66.
I hope you're right, Casey.
The catcher, that would be impressive. He's MVP even if they miss the playoffs and you get 66, right?
You would think so. I mean, that's unbelievable.
From the catcher position, that's
usually the most. That's like on the Brady Anderson. No, I guess he's hit more
unless
than
Aaron
Brady
Judge.
Anderson,
Unless Aaron Judge, it's like 375 with like 58 per 60 bombs. I don't know.
Well, Judge is having an amazing season too.
That's what I mean.
But yeah, but it's just the fact that he's catching. I just put so much emphasis on that.
Yeah.
These plays are unbelievable. They have to mesmerized.
The glove work is unbelievable right now. Tyler's we got to get the little league practice up to the standards next year. We got to.
This is the level I want you at. If you're not here, get out. Everybody's going home.
The one thing I watch double plays now, I'm just like, man, you gotta love to be a second base and a shortstop now, because it's like you never get taken out. But I see, oh man, there's so many times where you can just get obliterated.
How about Pokey? You get Pokey in there. Pokey, Mr. Reese, was he a second baseman you think of? Who's a random one you think of?
Phillips.
Or was it Macklemore for the Mariners?
Benjamin, yeah, he got one up there. That's a great play here.
Guy from Kansas, but I could be wrong.
I have just once real quick with you guys. All right, so if I took all the MVPs from 2000 to 2009. Okay, so we'll go from 2000. How many can you guys name? So from
Barry,
Bonds is obviously in there three times.
Tejada, Kent.
Yep.
A-Rod.
A-Rod was in there in 2003 and 2005, 2007 as well.
Jeter. Oh, but no, he was after 2010.
No, so you got 2000. You both said Giambi and Kent. You said 2001 was Bonds, right? Yep. So you got that one. So you're missing the AL.
Ichiro.
So you got that. And then you said Bonds and Tejada. So 2002, you got Bonds and A-Rod in 03. You have Bonds in 04 was the NL, but who was the AL in 04? You're still missing that one.
I think Ryan Howard won it 1 year.
You got Ryan Howard did win it in 2006.
Utley, Rollins.
No, this guy AL. You're looking for an AL in 2004.
Is it on the Tigers?
AL West.
Oh God.
Swung at everything.
Josh Hamilton.
Oh, Vlad,
he won it. Vlad in 04. You guys in 06, did you the Eminem boys? I think you guys for him.
06.
AL.
Maurer, Morneau.
Morneau ended up winning it in 06, so you guys got him.
And Maurer.
07, you guys said Pedroia, Pujols, Maurer, Pujols in 09. And then 2010 case, that was when Josh Hamilton won it, Joey Votto. So those were your MVPs through the decades. Next year,
I knew he won it 1 year because he
No, he was healthy for a year.
Right? Wasn't that the year he hit like 1,000 home runs in the home run derby?
Yeah, that was the one where he hit but he lost to Morneau.
Yeah, that's
the same thing with like Giambi. He ended up losing that one. All right, so we had a little baseball there. It's good to talk it. We all went sometimes. I mean, I don't know. There's just like history with it. So next week I look forward to doing the 98 rewatchable. We haven't done a rewatch in a while, so we'll do questions. It'll be fun looking back at the old stuff, the uniforms. the game. And I think go from
The
there.
players.
I think it's in Colorado is the game. So we'll look at that one. So all right,
I wish they would still wear their actual.
they are this year, I think.
No, I mean like the throwbacks from like the 90s.
Oh, where like their old school.
Like, I think it'd be cool, like Barry Bonds, the old just SF in the gray, and like.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed.
Would they bring back Chief Wahoo? That would be.
I heard he might be coming back.
He's coming back.
He's coming back.
Trump's in office. They don't care.
They march into their own drum.
That's funny. My first act.
We're bringing the Redskins back.
Yeah, exactly. We're bringing it back. And we're gonna play a baseball game at the White House on the grass out here.
And then we're gonna have UFC fights.
Brian wasn't here to know. Is that in the big beautiful bill? I'm not sure.
Brian, I'm sure, is reading all 900 pages of the bill. We're all there with it. So got that with this week, a little baseball. Like I said, looking forward to doing that rewatch with you guys next week. Well, I get a kick out of they got this Roku game they started in the morning, like at 8:35 on Sundays. Our time, 8:35. That's pretty early to start it. I was like, they'll never have a West Coast team.
What type of game?
They have a Roku game every Sunday now. They call it's like a Roku game special, but the game starts 8:35 our time every week. So early,
at night?
Like no, in the morning, like right now. At a morning, right here we have.
They really are looking for the ratings.
Orioles Braves coming up. Yeah, but you have the game only exclusively on Roku. That's not good.
I mean, it's a free app at least. It's like anyone can watch it.
That is true. You're right.
That's good. But why is it at 8:35 in the morning? My God, we're trying for no one to buy this or get this app.
Are they trying to affect our podcast? Maybe that we look at it as a preview for that week.
We're gonna start previewing Roku game on at 8:30. We got our nits.
What are you saying, Case?
I was saying this is what they should have done for 4th of July. Started that bad boy at 8:35.
Yeah, and have one every. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. They should have all that stuff there.
Roku would have left the support on 4th of July.
Roku, sponsor our podcast. We'll do the morning show for you.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll do all that for you with it. All right, so we got some play. I saw some plays up there. I got those. Just got to get people in the baseball feeling, at least for a few weeks here before Brian really huts me up with summer talk, all that stuff. So we got a little time to talk some baseball here the next couple weeks.
Who's the center? The quarterback.
Yeah. Look at the way he moves. Those shorts look good. All right. So real quick, the only Warriors thing was I just wanted to ask you guys: do you want the Warriors to sign Lillard, even though he's out the whole season, basically? Maybe he could come back for the postseason. Then you maybe look at him getting back healthy the year after that. Would this be a good move for the Warriors?
I think so.
Lillard. Okay.
I think so. I mean,
even though he can't play this whole year.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I know Stats old. You got an older crew, but I mean, I think you could always use like a Ray Allen coming off the bench. Not necessarily saying he's a lights out shooter. He's Dame still can shoot. I mean, his quickness is obviously going to kind of fall off with the Achilles, and he's getting older. In the last couple of years, he had like some, a lot of personal things going on. Milwaukee was a move, didn't really want to be there. So I would sign up for it. Oakland, I think he's just happy to be home. He's released. He's got $113 million right now anyways, no matter what. So whatever he signs with the Warriors is kind of just bonus check, so to speak. So yep. I think you just take a flyer on him. You took one with Chris Paul. It worked out okay. Maybe not the best for the team, but I think you can't ever go wrong getting a guy like Damian Lillard.
See?
I think he mentioned it with the contract with the Bucks. He's already getting paid. As long as you're not giving up very much money, and I don't think he'd even want that much money, like especially to play in his hometown. Yeah, I'd reach out to him. It definitely would help, especially in year 2.
I guess I'll be the guy where I'm like, I just don't. It doesn't make sense to me at all. Why?
So you'd rather have Pods than Damian Lillard?
I mean,
he's free basically. He's a vet minimum guy. You don't want a vet minimum, Damian Lillard? I think that's insane.
Yeah, that's all they're gonna have to pay him is a free.
Yeah, because he was released by the Bucks.
He can't double up.
No, because I think whatever the Warriors just pay the Bucks basically the money they promised Damian Lillard, and they pay the rest of the contract.
So isn't Dame like a year or 1 year below Steph? He's like 36, right? 35, 2 years.
I think
behind?
he's 34. I think he's 34. He's so he'll miss his.
Okay, so he'll be back 35. So you're gonna pay a 36-year-old coming off an Achilles of $50 million. I don't think think he's gonna get a lot of money for that.
I already have major concerns about the team going into this year. Like, and then you're gonna add an older guy, and then Draymond and Curry and
But he's not playing
and Butler are gonna get even older. Yeah, but I don't know. I get it.
I just think they're out of options as far like you're not gonna get a better. Like, what else are they going to do?
Pods into this, by the way.
No, what else are they going to do? I didn't bring pods into this. Casey brought pods into it.
Pods into this, Casey. This is not a
but I just don't know what else they could do. Like, I mean, if they can get creative and get someone better and younger, yeah, go for it. But I just don't see it happening.
You notice
they don't have enough.
I don't said anything to really rebuke that. So I mean,
done losers, done nothing. Those are guys. Those are guys from the other sports. Done loser, he's back after that. I mean, my goodness, come on, man, do something with your life around it. He's not doing anything. I mean, they got nothing, absolutely nothing right now. So they're as stuck as can be. So we'll see what happens with it.
Quentin Post, get a little better.
So any final thoughts on that? You guys give it that. There's no Warriors news. That was the only one that
I do believe. I believe in pods still. In case you just keeps that pods.
Well, he does.
I just said, who would you rather have?
I'd rather have Lillard as well, but.
All I said, I didn't say anything else. I just said, who would you rather have?
I'd rather have a big Lillard, that's for sure. All right, so we got that going. What do you guys? This is a new headline. Summer waste of time NBA headlines. Jared Dudley leaving the Mavericks to be the next assistant. Ex-Arizona Wildcat DeAndre Ayton to sign 2-year deal with the Lakers. And the Knicks expected to hire Mike Brown as coach of the Knicks. So those are your fun facts of the week.
Did you watch the game last night?
No, I did not watch Summer League Warriors basketball. I looked at the roster. I was like, I could be played out here for all we know. And nobody, like, it's not. Is it in Vegas this year still? They're still doing the Vegas thing.
In Vegas.
I know, but is there? I saw
it looked like it was in Oakland, or not Oakland, San Francisco,
or just the California Classic. Is that what this was? They do the California Classic where it's the Kings, the Warriors, and then like a random team from Florida. It's like
welcome to California.
Like a random team that's expected. And you would think it'd be the Lakers and the Clippers, but it's not. So, all right, you got that. Jared Dudley. What college did you go to, Casey?
Jared Dudley?
Yeah, where'd he go?
Let's see. I want to say
Think of America. Thank God bless America. What's the mascot? What's the mascot?
For what?
What's the mascot?
For what?
For the team he played for in college.
I don't even know the mascot, but I know the team.
Vows?
Not the Vows.
No.
Boston College. The Eagles. The Eagles. They got the weird eagle.
I've done that one. It's been a while.
That's all right. We got it. Anyways, those are my fun facts. Those are the other ones. All right, here's my other one.
What do you think of the Knicks hiring Mike Brown? I think that's a little more than a waste of time. Like, is that insane? You hired the same guy, a stubborn, defensive-minded coach that's not going to be able to do anything with this roster.
He's not white.
Like Brown, I think, is a good NBA coach, but
I heard that.
You hired the same guy.
Dare disagrees on some level there.
They're looking at race as a factor. No, I think Brown has shown a little bit more restraint to not like kill guys in the regular season than maybe Tibbs does. But you're right; it's basically the same guy. They're stubborn defensively. They're stubborn. They're not very good offensively. They're gonna run. Like, I agree, it's kind of a weird fit, but they couldn't go out and hire an offensive guy. Defense needs to be their calling card.
Does it? I don't think
they got they're playing like Mitchell Robinson and Hart. Like, these guys aren't like your offensive like geniuses on the floor.
Yeah, but Hart's a great offensive rebounder. He serves a role. Robinson's a good
exactly.
And then you have Brunson, who, if your best player can't play any defense, that's your identity to me. Who's your best player? Okay, Jalen Brunson. All right, we got to be a good offensive team.
Did you come around on Brunson at all this year?
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him his credit. He's a really good basketball player.
Yeah. All right, I'll take that as a compliment. I'll take that as a compliment.
Jalen Brunson saying, "Thank you
for
thinking about me today."
Thinking about me today. Yeah, no, you're right, T. It is basically the same thing, though. I'll give you that. I guess it is kind of like it's very similar in that regard. So,
I feel like you could literally put their resumes up and like describe them with like who they are as head coaches. Like, I don't know the difference between these two guys. I guess he went to the NBA Finals with LeBron, but
yeah. But and Tim
LeBron took him to the NBA.
Exactly. But that was a bad roster, though. They did get you got to give Brown some credit.
Oh, absolutely. Just yeah. No,
I mean, it's mostly LeBron. He's the driving force.
Unless you want to give some credit to Mo Williams.
Where is Mo Williams?
I think he's coaching a college team out there somewhere. All right, so that Tyler says not a waste of time headline. So we got that one on there with it. So we got that. We made it. Bailey did report to the Jazz. That big news as well. So Mo Wagner thought the Warriors might get him, but did it. So there is with it. So
don't do anything.
Mike Dunloser doing nothing. Welcome back, buddy. All right, we'll see if they sign Lillard, and we'll see what happens with Kuminga. That's probably the biggest storyline next week. We'll see what happens there with it. All right, NFL unnecessary headlines early in July. We have Darren Waller. He's back, baby. He's back. The rapper is retired. He says he's coming back out of retirement. The ex-Raider. The governor approves funds for a new Brown Stadium. Ohio Sports Talk. Congratulations there, Doug. I wonder if Doug likes it that they're getting the dome in Cleveland. And then we did have a big trade though. The Finns, Steelers swapped Ramsey, Fitzpatrick, and then if TJ Watt is available, somebody go make an offer. Raiders make an offer for TJ Watt if he's available. So those are my unnecessary NFL headlines of the week. Anything else you guys got or what that? What do you think, T?
I like what the Steelers did. I like Ramsey. I'd move Ramsey to safety. He was already like a hybrid coming out of college. Like, you can play him anywhere. They stuck it to him at corner. He was great. As he gets older, I think safety will be the move or maybe the slot. But the TJ Watt part of this, it just doesn't. What are you doing, Steelers? You want to win or do you want to just keep being mediocre?
I don't know what they want. It's kind of a.
You can tell their defense is a whole different defense when he plays. Like they're like top 3 defense. And then when he doesn't play, they're back to mediocre.
They'll sign Watt though. I don't think they let him get away. I'd be shocked.
Steelers normally do the right thing.
They usually do. Do you like Ramsey or Fitzpatrick more?
Ramsey.
Yeah, Ramsey by a lot.
Not a lot, but a little more than I don't know if more than what they got outside of Fitzpatrick too. Like I thought Dolphins did well, and I think the Steelers did well. I think it was pretty fair.
I mean, Minka's 2 years younger. He could still play corner, where Ramsey might have 1 year left at corner. I mean, it depends on what he wants to play. But we didn't Minka Fitzpatrick. Was he a safety or a corner for? He was a corner for the Steelers. Right?
Safety.
Safety. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess he could roll over. Yeah, you're right. So that makes sense. I guess replace him, but I don't know. The NFL is a little too early right now. They're still jogging in shorts.
Let's see if they can make it through training camp without tearing an ACL.
No ACL tears at this point. That's
how crazy football is.
I know that's always the one. That Niners running back always seems like they get one every year. I don't know why. It's either like a Mostert or
always Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah.
There's too many of them. That's the problem. I think it happens every team. Someone's going down.
They have too many short stuff. Hey, I was just back to just real quick. I was thinking comparison because I know we were just doing football there with it. But if I had to go back to baseball real quick on something, I was thinking the other day. I was looking at Dave Stewart's numbers, and I was thinking of him as a random kind of player. And I was like, oh, is he kind of a Matt Cain? And then I look at it's like, well, he has better regular season numbers than Matt Cain by quite a bit. And his postseason success, believe it or not, is pretty on par with him as well. So I was trying to think. I was like, I can't think of anybody that was like Dave Stewart. Like I was trying. There is. I just can't think. I couldn't think of one off the top of my head. They put MLAI put Kevin Apier for me.
Kevin Apier. There has to be someone that if it's Kevin Apier.
And they put the guy that used to do the ESPN games. I was never a fan of, Rick Sutcliffe. He was also the guy they had.
That is disrespectful to Dave Stewart. I was thinking off the top of my head, someone like Andy Pettit, but a lefty, like playoff success. They were good regular season, very good regular season pitchers. But they made the money in the playoffs.
I know why they said Kevin Apier though. It's because of the split finger.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Probably so. But they look at also the numbers with like there, but the postseason numbers are.
Well, I'm not even saying anything.
So I was like kind of shocked by that.
Probably the comparison is that what they did, because Kevin Napier had that nasty split finger.
That was true. They did
because he was pretty good on the Royals, I believe, and then he came over for us for that playoff run. And man, that was the odd time to be a Game 5 or Game 1 starter for the A's. It was like Gil Heredia and then Kevin Napier. And it's like, man, but these are not.
Yeah, you guys were like, we have the best pitching staff. That Game 1, you're coming with Kevin Napier.
I know they got
and Gil.
But then we did have Mark Mulder.
Yeah, you guys had unreal pitching staff. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying it was just weird how that.
Mulder lost Game 5. Zito lost Game 5. We've had a few of those guys blow those games as well. So they had.
Did he ever lose a Game 5? I don't think he ever pitched a Game 5. Huh?
I think he did. We know he lost it though. I know he lost it. That we do know. But Tyler, did you have anything for us this week? Dave shows or anything?
No game shows. I didn't know if you enjoyed it.
I have a random trivia. Do you little what is it? Little Debbie's a real person on the candy. Is it
Ginger Girl?
The one on the box. Is it a real person or is it made up?
I'm gonna say it's made up.
The fact that you're asking, I'm gonna go with a real person. But normally,
it is a real person.
It's a real boy.
She's big now. She's not little.
Oh, Big Debbie. I look up Little Debbie and it says American rapper. I was like, this can't be the Little Debbie I'm looking for.
It's not the Little Debbie I knew. That is not the Little Debbie that is not who I knew from that. All right, that's good. All right. I was going to give you guys no trivia this week with that. I do have a little. Let's see if you guys can get my baseball one I had with Logan this week. Then I'll get to our winners and losers. I played 19 seasons.
Oh, I already did this one.
From 19, you were on.
No, I didn't.
From 19, I was like, unless you watched it, which based on the views, you did it. 1996 to 2014, I played for the Mariners, Royals, Phillies, Yankees, and Angels, and I was a one-time All-Star. Could you get it on that? It took Logan hit number 2. He was able to get it on hit number 2.
Was it a catcher?
I cannot reveal that yet. I'm not reveal it.
I don't know.
All right. There you go. I finished with 305 home runs, 276 batting average, 1,207 RBIs, and I batted left-handed. And
go back to the first one.
And he played for the Phillies, the Mariners, the Royals, the Yankees, and the Angels. Is the man that we played with here.
Was there a primary team he played for? Is this the order he played on teams, or is it all jumbled?
This is a little. He played for the Royals first, and then he went to the Mariners. Then where he finally broke out a little bit in 2006, and then he played for them for a few years, and then he went to the Yankees. Then he went to the Phillies where he had his best seasons, and then he went to the Yankees, and then finished up 1 year on the Angels. So the Angels were his last hurrah. All right, I'll give you the third clue here. With the Phillies, I had my best year finishing with 272 home runs, 34 home runs, and 93 outs. Those are my career highs. And left hand. Who is it?
Raul Ibanez.
Raul it is. It took you a little. We got Raul. So all right, Logan got it in 2. Congratulations.
I thought he hit more home runs than that in that breakout year. He must have been hurt for the last.
He only made one All-Star game, so that was it's not like he. I mean, Chavez never made one, so he got on there. He's better. It's better than Justin Duxer was on there. Aaron Herring. So you got that as well. All right. Winners and losers of the week, gentlemen. Case, you want to start us off with any one of those, or should we pass it?
One of the losers is Anthony Volpe hitting Aaron Judge come jogging into the field from throwing the ball in the outfield and nailed him right in the face. It looked like Aaron Judge was jogging in for right field, and the guys throw the ball and just right in the face. That's never a good sign right there. And then that's pretty much it, man. I would say that was the loser of the week. Just seeing that, it reminded me of Little League. Just someone just randomly throwing the ball and just.
I'm guilty of that. I've hit a couple kids in the head who weren't paying attention, warming up.
Heads up!
Boom! Right in the eye.
Tyler, what do you got for a loser of the week?
I had the Mike Brown hiring to start, and then another one is it's going to be a loser of the week every Sunday until he takes off his stupid purple sleeve batting gloves. Willie Adames. You're starting to hit. I'm proud of you. Take off the purple. I don't understand it. It's ugly. It doesn't make sense. Why are you using the purple glove?
J.H. Lee, is he starting to hit a little bit more?
J.H. Lee. The Confederate general.
He's starting to hit a little. You guys killed the AIDS last night, though. We finally got to Verlander, a decade too late. But we got
he's terrible now.
The bullpen's blown like 3 games for him, though, too. I saw
He's
that.
Still terrible.
So you're saying you need a pitcher. That's what
yeah.
A loser of the week for sure. You guys remember Bobby Jenks? He passed away. Yes, I saw Tobacco closed out the White Sox World Series in 05. Kind of a random. Yeah, he was like one of the first guys that came off that had that nasty splitter to go with the heater or the curveball there a little bit, and he threw hard. So he passed away for the White Sox yesterday. Sad deal as well. And then the other, what do you think for other loser of the week? I mean, like I kind of pointed to it a little bit earlier, but just it's hard for me to get excited over summer league basketball. It's just like I don't know. It's one of those things where you got to take it with a grain of salt. I remember the good old days where you would have on the NBA where you pick your team. They have like the summer league uniforms. They were basically just like us getting the uniforms at rec ball. That's like all they were. Now it's like kind of seems like it's classed out. And then eventually, there's a champion awarded now for this stuff. And then so you got that as well. All right, winner of the week. Case, what do you got for winner of the week?
Joey Chestnut, 70.5. And I don't know the other guy's name, but the guy that drank the lemonade in 21 seconds. The gallon of
Bubba.
Man,
guy's my hero.
I was thinking Darren should participate. That's why he used to hoard the lemonade.
I know.
You had to chug it.
The chugging I'd probably throw up after, but still, it'd be delicious. Good.
That good old, what is it? Country time?
Country time. I'm not a big country time fan, actually. That's not. I prefer the Minute Maid cheap kind. Just give me that. Just give me that kind. Or they actually have like Oliver's has like 97 brands. They usually have like one that's pretty good in that as well.
It's crazy though, like the amount of food. Like I can't like the one guy like they do their resumes before they come up and like he's the holder of eating 350 donut holes. I was like, oh my God. I was like 350 donut holes, like 18.
Yeah, there's like food competition like everywhere. Like there's probably like Choco Taco food records or something like
What do you just go to the bakery and just make me as many donut holes as you can?
Exactly. I feel like
they must poop like dinosaurs. My God.
Unbelievable. How can we do that? That's hilarious. There's got to be some other eating ones. Let's see. I see the most?
Oysters. That would be rough.
He said like something crazy amount of pistachios, and it was like,
how do you keep count of pistachios? You just stuff those in your mouth. Must be by like weight.
So there's a couple I found, Casey. We have the most chicken nuggets eaten in 3 minutes is 37. So the guy wearing the shirt says LA Beast in a Raiders logo. I got the most
sounds about right.
Most grilled cheese sandwiches eaten in 1 minute. 13. My God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was really, that's a stomach ache. How much cheese is on these grilled cheeses? It must be like a little dot. If you're putting the cheese on like I put on a grilled cheese, you're in trouble.
All right. Casey, you know what 12 inches is, right? Fastest 12-inch pizza eaten before. We have it in the first one, 32 seconds. The guy ate that. That's pretty good. That. Yeah. Most hamburgers eaten in 3 minutes is 12. Good God. That's a lot. That's so fast. The fastest someone's ever eaten 30 Reese's peanut butter cups without drinking water is 2 minutes and 57 seconds. What a ridiculous one that somebody's got. Oh my God. And it says the fastest someone's ever consumed 10 ghost peppers is 30 seconds. Oh my God. Could you imagine after that? 10 ghost peppers in 30 seconds? I'd be like, your mouth would be numb for like 3-5 hours. It's like,
think of it coming out.
This just sounds like death. Somebody would choke on this. Most grapes eaten in 3 minutes, 205. That sounds like you're gonna choke. That this one I would really struggle at for is now I could devour M&Ms with the best of anybody, so that I could do. So it's 865 in a minute, but they had to do it with a chopstick. So I'd be like they'd be like bouncing everywhere.
Guess their nationality.
Exactly. What do we do with that? Most
I got Korean.
I got that. Yeah. The J.H. Lee, yeah. Most mashed the most mashed potatoes eaten in a 30-second span. So 30 seconds is over 2.5 cups of mashed potatoes.
I bet Brian could win.
Two sides. Got me two sides.
Two sides.
All
right, this is Casey. This one, come on, you could do this one, right? The record for most pancakes eaten in 8 minutes is 113.
Oh my god!
No way.
How big are these pancakes? Like little quarter size?
I mean, that's like. I mean, let's just say it's even an average size. That's a ton of pancakes. How many Egos?
How many could he have eaten the Bob's pancakes? 42.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And then the most. The other one I have is most Twinkies eaten in 6 minutes is 121. That's
oh my god.
The fastest anyone's ever eaten 6 pounds of baked beans was 1:48. Now that's a lookout. We're at.
Oh my! Hopefully you're sleeping alone.
Get out of the room. Get out of the room, baby. And that is out of there. I'd be done.
That's like the movie Dennis the Menace when he ties up Christopher Lloyd and makes force feeds him all those beans.
Oh yeah.
I don't want any more.
Get out. Yeah, you'd be out of there. Now
that character used to scare the crap out of me when I was a kid.
I know he was. Scary.
He was freaky a little bit. He was a little bit freaky there. This one would be painful because if I drink like a icy, I feel like I just take a normal sip now and I'm getting like you're like, I'm like, my God, what's wrong with my head? Like, I don't know.
Tongue on the roof of my mouth.
So it's as fastest a 22-ounce 7-Eleven Slurpee has been consumed is 9 seconds. I think I might have been dead. I'd be like, my head would be like, oh, no. I'd be like Chewbacca like that for the next like 4 minutes. I wouldn't even be speaking. I'd just be like, oh my God, I'd be so bad.
What food do you think you could eat the most of?
Mine's easy. Rice.
Rice?
So random to me.
Like the most grains of rice, that'd be easy.
Jacket, brown jacket.
White though?
Yeah, white with butter and pepper.
Oh my!
Yeah, that's gonna sit heavy on the rice.
But think how little rice are. Like that's so many rice. You said the most of.
Yeah, rice roti or that's
no white Uncle Ben's only the best.
Uncle Ben's Uncle Ben and Little Debbie. Uncle Ben and Little Debbie. We got there. Big Ben. Oh man, that would be pistachios. No. I see most spaghetti. Apparently, maybe spaghetti.
Well, you can't throw it up.
Can't throw it up.
You can't Lady and the Tramp it with somebody else.
Okay. I think I could probably eat. It'd probably be really bad for me, but I feel like I could consume a ton of bacon. I feel like I could eat at least like 24 to like 50, somewhere in that range of bacon.
In a minute?
No, if there's speed involved, that is not going to be. I'm not gonna. I would say I'd probably eat a range of those. And Ritz cracker, like what was they're not they were like the square ones. I could eat a lot of those.
Triscuits?
The little Triscuits. No, they're not. But they're
Wheat Thins.
Yeah, it's like in that, but it's not the ones I'm thinking of. But they're like more flaky, I guess you would say that. But I could destroy those ones as well. They're like sometimes we buy them. They're like more like saltine crackers.
Oyster crackers?
Yeah, sure. That's true. That's I'll go with oyster crackers.
I would say for me, I would go either goldfish or pot stickers.
Oh, goldfish! I could do a number.
Yeah.
Goldfish.
Look out, ladies! I'm coming through.
Cheez-Its, goldfish.
We could eat them all like that.
Just don't give me the whales; those are disgusting.
No. Get in the right state of mind, you could probably smash them all down.
I guess the other one I could probably eat is like those like Sour Patch Kids. feel like I could eat a lot.
Those
of
give me a
things.
stomach ache. They're delicious, but they give me a stomach ache.
It hurt you.
Or the one I never buy because I know I'll eat too much of it is like the Red Vine, the big circle box. I know I'll always eat too many of those.
Those are in my house or in my in-laws' house right now. And every time I go over there, handful of Red Vines. I'm out of here. Thank you.
That's what I mean. If I had that, I would be in trouble too. So
do you guys remember it was like the fruit roll-ups, but it was called the stringy things?
Yeah.
And they were like shaped like bikes and like different like you peel them off and they had like different brands.
Yeah.
Remember that, Tyler?
Yeah.
No, they're hella cool. They're like designed fruit roll-ups or some shit. But like,
okay, yeah.
You just like rip them off.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Well, what does we
like
call
fruit
that?
roll-ups, kind of.
Exactly. Yeah.
As they say in the business, we took a segment and we made it more than a segment. We like it. That's what we
made
call
the show.
T, what do you got for winner of the week?
Oh, I got a couple winners of the week. The Logan Webb contract. My God, what a steal! 5 years, $90 million. The next 3 years, he's only getting paid $23 million for an ace. Just an absolute steal. And when the contract
the guy I looked at for Dave Stewart was Logan Webb. But
yeah, that's not a bad call. He just doesn't have the playoff success. He's been good in the playoffs when he's pitched, but he just doesn't have the amount of starts. But his contract's unreal. And when the contract ends, he's still only 31, so he'll get another pretty payday.
Yeah.
And then my other winner was where is it? The Washington Wizards GM getting out from Jordan Poole, bringing in CJ McCollum and Olynyk to be veteran leaders with the young guys that they've drafted over the last 4 years, adding Cam Whitmore. They're actually interesting for the first time, and I'd say probably since John Wall was 2 years into his career.
Yeah.
You had some maybe he's something, but they just actually have like a team for the first time in a long, long time. And their young talent even could be out of this roof. You have no idea where it's going to go. It could be all bust though. Like we don't know yet, but he set himself up for what could be a good run.
And they have the number 5 pick too, right, in the draft?
Yeah, they got Trey Johnson, who's a really good shooter out of Texas.
Yeah.
And they got the guy from Florida. I forgot to mention him, the rookie who carried Florida all that.
No, Clayton.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Clayton, you got to 3,000, Mr. Kershaw. We talked about that. Will we see it again in our lifetime? Sales got 2,528. He's 36 for the Braves. Garrett Cole's at 2,254. He obviously is coming off Tommy John. He'll be about 35 next year. And then Dylan Cease has the most at like 1,100, something like that, for a guy under 30. So that's where you're looking at in Scooble's like at 752, but he's been in the league 6 years. So 3,000 might be one of those numbers that we might not see if Cole or Sale can't get to it for a while.
Scooble only has 700.
Like it's like 752 or something like that.
That's
so
crazy.
There, but anyways, that's got a winner of the week. I was like the fourth lefty to ever get it, 20th overall. That's what I mean. This game's been around forever, and there's only 20 guys with 3,000 strikeouts. That's what kind of tells you it's not easy to get. So I don't know. I'm always impressed by baseball with those type of records. Just because
that's what's crazy about like Randy Johnson. He has like almost 5,000.
Yeah, and that's what's even nuts about Nolan Ryan is he almost has 6,000. 5,700. He literally has 900 more than Randy Johnson. It's crazy. And Randy Johnson's the best guy that we've ever had in our lifetime. Where you're like, yep, that's a strikeout every time.
That was unreal, man.
And nobody got to see more Kershaw than Tyler. So Tyler got to see him again. But he did get lit up in the playoffs a lot. So you guys always
good to see as well.
Giants always took notes with that.
Randy played for you guys too. I forgot. He hit the bird with you.
Yeah, he got 300 wins with us, I believe.
A couple other random facts before we get out of here. Notre Dame signs Devin Fitzgerald, son of Larry. He's so he goes to the Irish. He's over there.
They also signed Thomas Davis's son and another guy's son who is a good football player.
There is nepotism in the Irish. No, just kidding. So
the Catholics.
He's probably like, there's no way, son, you go to Pittsburgh. Do not go to Pittsburgh University. Ryan, if you're out there, Sharks signed defenseman Dimitri Overlap. 13 million.
They got a few more signings than Dimitri.
Dimitri, it's on the line.
BC, they got BC. Not Messi, but BC.
Dimitri. This week I had some fun facts for us, though. I had some stuff with this week on the show. So I had that. I'm gonna get a couple videos up here. This is right before Big Mac was traded. Off a young Mariano Rivera. I'm cleaning out the vault a little. Here we go.
Averaging a strikeout an inning. He saved 5 last year. You mentioned he was primarily
that's Mark,
a setup man. Straight away center field, hit well. Bernie's looking up.
Mark knew it.
Way up in the black seats here at Stadium. That got out in a hurry.
Big Mac back in the day. That right? They got to enjoy a little off of young Mariano. That's a bomb.
I always love the Raymond
bomb.
Johnson, Mark McGuire call from Dave Newheis, I think it is, right?
Way back upper deck.
He's the best.
Nobody has ever put it up there. Yeah, that's a good one.
538 feet against Randy. They're like, I always wanted to see what happened if it connected. Well, that thing freaking connected.
Yep, there.
Hit the back of the kingdom.
Yes, he did hit the back of the kingdom. Hey, I saw this stupid list. I wanted to get this before I got out of here. This should have been on Loser of the Week too. Well, it had this San Francisco greatest teams, but they got like the Warriors teams up here that played in Oakland. They got a Sharks team on here, and then they have like I was like, this isn't a San. So I had to rip on this list a little bit. I was like, if you're throwing in the Warriors from Oakland and then you're throwing in a San Jose in there on me, then you got to put the Raiders and A's on like your all-time like Bay Area list. So this one is absolute garbage.
How are the Sharks on this list at all?
Exactly, they should not be on anything.
Here.
There's no way they're on a list like this. Absolutely no chance. They will stink again. They signed so good so they could get to the cap floor. Yes, they're doing whatever. We need another first pick. We need to just keep loading up, right? We need.
They need one more to go on the line of Mishi and Badan.
We need Mama Misha. We got to get everybody on there. So we need one other player. I hope you're doing good out there. Had a good fourth. So anyways, I saw that list as well. I was like, that is a ridiculous list. I was like, my gosh.
So, back to Notre Dame real quick, man. Larry Fitzgerald's son, Jermichael Finley's son, Jerome Bettis' son, Plaxico Burris' son, Bryant Young's son, and Thomas Davis Jr.'s son.
Not good.
I think they have I think they go for a type of player.
Yeah, you better have some bloodline in there, fellas. You better have some bloodline in there.
It's always funny. What is it? The Jerome Bettis? Wasn't he drafted by the Rams?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I refuse. He did play for the Rams, though. He did.
All right.
No, he did play. He did.
Yeah, I know you said he didn't.
No, I was thinking he did.
Oh, one more winner I wanted to mention is the city of Detroit for finally having unbelievable sports teams. You got the Tigers, who are the best in MLB, the Lions, who I hate to give credit, are at least one of the most exciting teams, and then the Tigers. I already said the Tigers. And then you have Cade Cunningham in the NBA. Like, good for you, Detroit. That decade must have been rough. At least you're good now.
Yeah, but they've always had Michigan.
How are the Red
They were bad for a little while too before with Jim.
Okay, so what were you gonna say?
So how the Red Wings?
The Red Wings.
I don't think they made the playoffs in 6 years, but Stevie Yzerman is doing his magic.
Stevie's guys rolling over. It's great.
You guys excited for tonight?
Big soccer game.
I was gonna say you didn't make that winner of the week.
Oh, good. Gold Cup.
Well, there's some jokes out there with this one. We're gonna hold that out.
I almost fell.
Hana's like, is there gonna be a big rivalry with everything going on? I was like, what? Donald Trump's in attendance. No, I don't think you're not gonna have that.
They're bringing that. Never mind. I don't want it. It's too hard not to say something bad.
Oh, it's all right.
I will say one thing. What do you think? The talk. Diego Luna, Christian Pulisic. You think that Diego Luna should be the starting? I was like,
what position does he play?
Forward.
I mean,
just play them together. Damn it! They're the two best players on the team.
No, I was like, why are you making a big deal? It's like just. You
figure it out.
Talent on the field. I don't understand. But
yeah, that's gonna be that'll be fun today. Though whoever wins that one is the Gold Cup winner as well. So a lot on the line. All right, bring the ice. So we got
play PSG.
we don't want that. We don't want that. So I saw this video and this reminded me of this is like a true like late 70s, early 80s video. Has to be like listen to the announcer when he sees it, like the strength of a 70s, 80s, the grip that these guys had, not the baby fingers that we have, like just the total calmness after what happens here. So it's just kind of a funny deal. It involves fans, so just watch the fan here as we go.
People who work in agriculture don't. Oh, my. Boy, I got just about.
He's got to be the strongest human being ever existed.
He was saved by two of his compatriots.
How many teddies?
But just watch.
Be a very dead person.
Be a very dead person.
Been saved.
Man, thankfully that guy's in good
almost
shape.
happen from time to time, but I've never seen anybody come this close.
What?
What a play by.
Is that a gymnast? He hit himself hard.
Back line, strike three call to Foster, a good low fastball.
Watch this part. And
the eighth inning is history. No hits.
What a haircut.
No errors, none left.
I just like how calm they are now after. Like I'd be like, all right, we're out of here. Okay.
The fact that they had it on camera.
I'd be like, we
I
gotta
don't even
go.
think they'd show us that today.
I'd be like, we gotta get out of here. I'm not feeling good right now. I mean, the grip's great. I like
I
that.
just saved my life.
Someone give me a hot dog.
Almost had a very dead person right there. We almost had a very dead person, so that was part of it as well. So, all right, good show, guys. Have a good week ahead. With what we're doing next week, we'll try to do that 98 All-Star game. That'll be fun. We can hit on some other stuff too along the way with it, but it'll be kind of fun looking back at some of the old names there with it. We'll bring up some fun questions.
The numbers I'm excited to see.
The lineups, the people with it. So if you like a little baseball talk, we'll do that a little bit next week as we're getting ready for the All-Star game the next week here with it. So all right, T, have a good Sunday. Casey, you as well. Episode 232.